I had been anticipating this evening for weeks. After dating Emma for more than a year, I finally felt ready to introduce her to my parents. This wasn't going to be just any casual dinner. I wanted everything to be flawless. My parents had always been loving but cautious when it came to my relationships. They wanted to ensure anyone I brought into our family truly deserved my trust and love. Naturally, that made me anxious. The night began smoothly. Emma arrived on time, dressed elegantly, and greeted my parents with a confident smile that seemed sincere. She shook their hands warmly, and we all settled at the dinner table. My parents tried to make her feel welcome, asking about her work, her family, and her interests. I observed quietly, hoping she'd laugh at my dad's jokes or find common ground with my mom over travel or cooking. At first, everything seemed fine. She engaged politely and appeared friendly, but gradually, something shifted. Her gaze toward me was no longer warm. It felt distant, detached. Her smile seemed practiced rather than genuine. Then, during dinner, the moment happened. I had just shared a humorous story from work, something lighthearted to ease attention. Emma's reaction caught me completely off guard. She rolled her eyes so subtly I almost didn't notice, then spoke loud enough for everyone to hear. "Honestly, I don't even need you." Silence fell like a heavy curtain. My parents froze, forks hovering midair, their faces a mix of shock and confusion. My heart pounded. I stared at Emma, trying to process if I had really heard her correctly. Was it a joke? A provocation? Or was she attempting to humiliate me? Her eyes met mine, a cold smirk tugging at her lips, as if daring me to react. I felt a swirl of emotions, defensiveness, disbelief, anger, but none of it translated into words. Instead, an unexpected calm washed over me. Perhaps it was shock. Perhaps it was a realization. This person I had trusted for over a year did not respect me. I glanced at my parents. They looked pained and uncertain, but I knew this wasn't their battle. It was mine. So I did something completely unexpected. I nodded, slowly, deliberately. Then I rose from the table and walked away without saying a word. Emma opened her mouth to protest, but I had already reached the door. My parents called out after me, voices trembling, but I kept moving. I grabbed my keys from the counter, slipped on my jacket, and stepped into the crisp night air. The streets were quiet, but inside me, every thought and feeling was loud. I replayed the memories of our time together, the good and the warning signs I had ignored. Sitting in my car, hands clutching the steering wheel, I let the city lights blur past. No music, no calls, no distractions, just the hum of the engine and my racing thoughts. Her words echoed. "I don't even need you." Painful as they were, they also brought clarity. That statement, cold and brutal, made me realize something I hadn't fully faced before. Respect is a cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. Without it, love is meaningless. When I returned home hours later, my parents were waiting. Their embrace was warm, comforting, and wordless. There was no need for explanation. They understood. In the following days, I went through waves of emotions: sadness, anger, relief. But one thing remained constant: clarity. I was done with someone who publicly disrespected me and undervalued what we shared. I didn't reach out. I didn't send a message. I let her fade from my life. That night changed me forever. I learned to value myself above anyone else's approval. I discovered that silence can be more powerful than confrontation. And above all, I realized that walking away is a sign of weakness. It's a declaration of strength. Protecting my dignity allowed me to reclaim my peace. Respect is everything. Without it, love crumbles. And sometimes, leaving without a fight is the most potent statement you can make.